So, the newest post that's all from Snoop Dogg, who I consider the biggest coon of them all. Snoop Dogg calls all black conservatives coons. It's just sickening. I don't understand. This is what I don't understand, okay? Democrats have literally done nothing for black people in America ever. Like, let's think about it. All democratically ran cities that are majority black are the most violent. School systems are the worst. Most black people are struggling. Let's just think. President Obama's second year, there were more black people on welfare out of work than the previous year. Yes, go ahead and say the whole George Bush situation, but how do you go from, how do you lose 14 million people? How do you go from, no, just makes no sense. But it gets to the point that you have these black celebrities. On one hand, they want everybody to support and feel that Black Lives Matter, okay? Black Lives Matter. But these same people who are like on the front line, these people that are on the front line of calling conservatives and calling anybody that doesn't think a certain way, coons or not black, whatever, are the same ones that put out toxic material that our kids are picking up on and are growing with. Let's just think, Snoop Dogg, the biggest speaker of this dude put out the most violent music that I actually indulged in. I loved it. Some of it. I'm never a Snoop Dogg fan, but the songs with like Tupac and a couple with Dre kind of hard. But other than that, trash. Trash. Never supported him. It's just he's whack. All he talks about is sex and smoking weed. Who cares? No content. So he puts out this and killing people. He puts out this toxic music, okay? So because he sees that that's getting played out, he goes and starts doing Christian music. He starts doing hippie music. He just started doing all these different genres. But then he saw that he was looking lame, like he's just taking cultures and running with it. He went back to doing violent music, and now he wants people to take him serious. Because whenever anybody speaks out on anything toxic in the black community, him, freaking Meek Mill, all these people that made their living off of putting toxic material out, all want to denounce you. Like you literally can be in the middle of Chicago and have to pray and hope that you survive through 50 shootings in a weekend, okay? Hope that you're not one of the 5 people murdered. You have to hope, okay? And if you speak out that you don't want to live in this, please send the National Guard or anything, you're considered Uncle Tom. If you, like, this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand, okay? In America, greatest country in the world, okay? Actually, I can't say that because I haven't been to any other countries. So just greatest country that I've read about, that I've lived in the world. So being black in 2020, it's really hard to be held back due to racism. But there's disadvantages. But ultimately, God put you in this body. He made your skin tone a certain way. And ultimately, who cares about skin tone to 2020? You know, Snoop Dogg and these people, these liberal celebrities are making black people out to be victims. All you have to do is literally graduate high school, either go to college, learn a trade, or go work for a company that you can grow with. Okay? It's not hard to not do crime. I'm not talking about speeding tickets. I'm talking about robbing people, robbing stores. I don't want to hear about the struggle because you know what? Yes, we all struggle, but it's not that hard to go get a job and figure it out. Yes, there's some people that's disadvantaged, but you can't tell me that you can't graduate high school, go to college, get a student loan, buy a car, get a job, get an apartment, and make it. Like if you don't have money, you get welfare, you know? But the problem you face is if you try to push conservative values on people, black people, you're considered a coon. I tell everybody I talk to, if I'm if I drive Uber, Lyft, and part time, if I pick somebody up black, I'm like, look, dude, especially if they're underage, like 17, 18, I'm like, look, this is simple. Go to a trade school, okay? You go for free, especially if you're low income. You go for free. Learn a computer trade, okay? You're gonna get a good job. which causes you to not have to do crime. Don't have any kids until you get married, you find a partner. Then people who already have a kid, I tell them, dude, it ain't the end of the world. Just stay together. Like two incomes, 20,000 a year. If you're making like 12, 13,000, I mean, it's 12, $13 an hour. Two people, that's like 30, 40,000 a year. You can survive with two kids off that. Majority of rent at most places, nice places, $1,000 a month. That leaves you with $28,000. Okay, you can definitely live off $12,000 and $28,000. You know, but people make excuses, and it's tiring. The people, they figure out, if I tell them, if I hit them with that, they're like, oh well, we can't stay together. Well, don't blame me that you're struggling, single, with all these kids. Don't blame taxpayers. Don't blame the world. Blame yourself that you are continuing to have kids, knowing that you don't have a man in the household or a woman in the household to support them with. And it's a such thing as making mistakes and growing from them. But when you continue to make the same mistakes, and then when people try to critique and help you grow and be better, you are quick to tell them that they're judging you or calling you Uncle Tom. And you listen to these celebrities who made it rich on a fluke off of either a track they put out, or being a professional athlete or whatever such. You're listening to them because the people that are actually working, fine, making their way through, Stephen A. Smiths, you got computer programmers, you got doctors, they're all conservative for the most part. They're all conservative. You know why? Because they pulled themselves up by the bootstrap. They figured it out. They did not indulge in having kids early age, and if they did, they supported them. They tried to stay together with the partner. Even if they're not together, they both took care of the kid together, jointly. And it ain't rocket science. Statistics can save your life if you just look at them.